British Airways is een van de meest zichtbare Britse merken. De naam staat voor kwaliteit van alles wat Brits is. En heel wat passagiers hebben er een klein fortuin voor over om first class te vliegen met deze maatschappij.
A one-way fare is just over $10,000.
Maar de afgelopen 10 jaar verkeert de maatschappij financieel in zwaar weer. Er vliegen nu meer mensen met prijsvechter EasyJet dan met BA.
We all fly to the same destinations, so what can we do to stand out?
Terwijl British Airways op een keerpunt staat, krijgen camera's een unieke inkijk in het reilen en zeilen van het bedrijf. Van beslissingen op het hoogste niveau.
We're not as big in China as we should be, so getting this right is very important.
Tot de problemen die zich voordoen bij de dagelijkse gang van zaken.
552 roams back on stand to offload a passenger who's having a panic attack.
Een aantal van de 40.000 medewerkers wordt op de voet gevolgd.
Do you know what the pressure is on?
Bij het werk dat aan de hoogste eisen moet voldoen.
Very disappointing.
In deze aflevering is te zien hoe ze grote operaties in het buitenland soepel proberen te laten verlopen.
You don't want to be scary to your team, but sometimes you have to be.
En hoe ze de elementen in New York trotseren.
This is quite severe. We're expecting anything up to 10 to 12 inches of snow.
Het moment van de waarheid breekt aan voor de cabinemedewerkers die aan de laatste fase van hun opleiding beginnen.
Is that the proper way to taste wine, by making that sound?
En de vliegmaatschappij opent een nieuwe route naar China. China telt op dit moment meer dan 1 miljoen miljonairs. De hoogste concentratie ter wereld op Amerika na. Voor een vliegmaatschappij die haar business class stoelen wil vullen, is het land dus een potentieel walhalla. BA voert al vluchten uit naar Peking, Hongkong en Shanghai. En binnenkort wordt Chengdu de 4e bestemming in China. Op de internationale luchthaven van Chengdu is de 42-jarige Wyman Can al druk bezig met de voorbereiding.
Looks very nice. Looks very stylish.
Spelled okay?
Yes, it's spelled okay. The fonts are okay. The wording's okay. Very nice.
Wyman is geboren in Hongkong, maar opgeleid in Essex. En hij is een van de meest ervaren luchthavenmanagers die BA in dienst heeft.
As you can see, we're testing the fit screens as well. BA88 is being displayed. BA88 being the flight from Chengdu to London. And 88 is an auspicious number in the Chinese numbering system. It signifies wealth, so hopefully prosperity for British Airways and for our customers.
Er wacht Wyman een lastige klus. Want in de strijd om een stuk van de Chinese markt te veroveren, is BA achterop geraakt. Lufthansa en Air France vliegen al 3 keer zoveel passagiers naar het Chinese vasteland. En zelfs Finnair heeft een grotere vervoerscapaciteit dan BA.
All our contractors, it'll be the first time they see the aircraft and service the aircraft. So things will probably be much more slower than normal.
BA gaat al over een paar weken op Chengdu vliegen, dus Wyman heeft geen tijd voor administratieve rompslomp.
I think there's been some misunderstandings with the way Kuehne Nagel normally fill paperwork in and the way it was expected to be filled in by Chengdu.
Okay. Doing business in Hong Kong is much more straightforward than in Chengdu. They don't tend to think out the box as we would do in Hong Kong. So sometimes yes is spelled N-O.
Wyman is verantwoordelijk voor alle BA-werkzaamheden op de luchthaven. Van het schoonmaken tot de catering en van het inchecken tot de bagageafhandeling. Samen met zijn assistent Benny Wong moet hij er ook voor zorgen dat de wachtruimtes voldoen aan de verwachtingen van zelfs de meest veeleisende klanten. Hij vreest dat deze lounge niet aan de eisen voldoet. En sommige maaltijden zijn wellicht iets te avontuurlijk voor de gemiddelde westerse passagier.
We will be sprucing up the food offering. At the moment it's all very local. They have duck's tongue.
Chengdu moet BA de toekomst in helpen, maar er is geen bestemming die zo'n grote rol in het verleden en heden van de vliegmaatschappij heeft gespeeld als New York. British Airways vliegt al sinds de jaren 50 op The Big Apple.
You'll meet people rather like yourself. Most of them are men with an interesting job to do. And most of them are approaching the top of the tree. Useful people to get to know.
Er wonen op dit moment nergens ter wereld zoveel miljardairs als in New York. En aangezien Londen ook geen tekort aan superrijken heeft, is BA's route over de Atlantische Oceaan een van de grootste bronnen van inkomsten.
It's too short, so I'll be retying that.
Alan Ely is BA's topman op JFK Airport in New York. En Alan heeft een geheel eigen stijl.
Pink is an iconic part of an Alan outfit. The purple's nice. Little dotty goes a long way. I absolutely think it's vital to bring a little colour into the world. When I go in my wardrobe or closet, as we say over here in the States, usually there's something black, there's something blue, or there's something grey. I bring the colour into the world with my personality, and then I add a tie for good measure.
Alan is ooit als steward begonnen en heeft zich in 23 jaar binnen het bedrijf omhoog gewerkt.
I know that boys dream of being pilots. I always wanted to be a flight attendant, or cabin crew as we call it in England. I always wanted to be the person interacting with the people that are going on holiday, because those people are always so happy. I think I have quite a critical eye, and I ask all of my staff to walk around with a critical eye. We have to be looking at everything that the customer's going to see and experience, and also everything that our staff are going to experience when they're in their work environment.
De terminal die British Airways op JFK heeft, Terminal 7, is erg bijzonder. Want het is de enige terminal in de Verenigde Staten die wordt beheerd door een niet-Amerikaanse maatschappij. Alle ogen zijn dus op Alan gericht. En daarom is hij als manager net zoveel eisend als hij op modegebied is.
You'll see me walking along and doing things like this, and that is literally to just get the scuffs off the floor, because when you then step into the environment, it looks nicer. You'll see me do that and don't think it's strange. I feel like I'm responsible for it, and if things are not as they should be, I feel personally disappointed. Sorry. And it's not, they're not coming off, so I have to call our maintenance providers and they'll come up and buff the floor up.
Aangezien New York BA's belangrijkste bestemming is elk detail op de luchthaven van groot belang. Alan is met name erg trots op de Concorde Room, de meest luxueuze lounge van Terminal 7.
How are you?
De lounge is alleen toegankelijk voor mensen die bereid zijn duizenden dollars te betalen voor een first class ticket.
A standard one-way fare from New York to London is just over $10,000. Our customer wants to walk into an area that feels like a sanctuary and doesn't feel like an airport. We have the whiskey bar, we have the vodka bar, and then my personal favorite, of course, is the champagne bar. If I was coming in here and making my choice, I think tonight I'd be going for the pink champagne, the Laurent Perrier. Of course, we have tenderloin, duck breast, sea bass, a vegetarian option, wild mushroom risotto, which is absolutely delicious. I had that last week. What we ensure is that everything is made with fresh ingredients. Customers want something fresh, simple, tasty.
Het enige wat in de Concorde Room ontbreekt is een Concorde. Het cabinepersoneel is het visitekaartje van BA en moet daarom voldoen aan hoge verwachtingen.
I'm going to take you upstairs to my office. I just need to have a quick chat with you.
Yeah,
all
that's
right?
fine.
Follow me.
Als iemand tijdens de opleiding niet aan de eisen voldoet, bijvoorbeeld door verkeerde make-up of door te laat te komen, volgt er een zogeheten snapshot-waarschuwing.
I understand your frustration this morning. We are well aware that there is an incident on the M25 this morning. There was a lorry that was on fire, so we have got quite a few people that are running late. Because you were late, we are still going to give you a snapshot. Right? Because punctuality is key to British Airways.
Als een trainee 4 snapshots heeft gekregen, vliegt hij of zij eruit. Jodie zit al in de gevarenzone.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. I've got 3 snapshots.
De medische training ging haar goed af, maar met dit deel van de opleiding heeft ze meer moeite.
I've been focused throughout this whole course. Yeah, there have been like a few tiny hiccups, but not major behaviour problems, you know. Like I'm a good girl. I'm not a bad person.
Het eindexamen is al over 10 dagen, dus Jodie kan zich geen misstappen meer veroorloven.
Or they go into a bit more detail about the quality of the food. So for example, you may
Vandaag zal trainer Leslie Grant haar pupillen laten zien wat dineren op hoog niveau inhoudt.
The quality or the taste of the meat, how it's actually going to taste. What I'm saying is I'm not expecting you to walk down the aisle and have, you know, this is your Herefordshire beef. This is not just food. It's Club World food. No. But I am expecting you, the expectation is there for you to be able to describe that food to our customers effectively.
De trainees moeten weten wat er op het menu staat, waar de producten vandaan komen en hoe je de naam van de gerechten uitspreekt.
Brioche is nice. Where? Brioche is like chocolate chips and bread.
Right, Hevo, don't quite pronounce it, is a chilled, rectangular mousse-based dish. It can be served as sweet or savoury.
So it's not cheese?
No.
What is corn-fed chicken organic?
Basically, it's a chicken that's been fed corn. It actually is.
Niet alle BA-opleidingen vinden in een klaslokaal plaats. De 24-jarige Tom Cannell heeft zijn studie rechten afgesloten en is nu op weg naar een bijzondere werkplek.
I'm off to the Big Apple for a year, New York.
Tom zal worden opgeleid voor een managersfunctie.
Doesn't really go with this shirt, but hey ho.
En hij is op weg naar JFK om daar les te krijgen van de toppers in het vak.
There you go, BA cabin crew. The company's massive. They give you every opportunity to succeed. I don't know if I'll be the next Willie Walsh, but one day you never know.
Maar zelfs hoogopgeleide nieuwkomers hebben soms wat hulp nodig.
It's the folding up that I'm not very good at, especially with shirts. So I guess Mum will have to help me. Come on, Mother.
With a hand.
Please. Can you fold that up, please?
You got all your underwear and everything? No.
I think the underwear are in the wash. And Jack's probably nicked a few as well. Jack's my brother, by the way.
Tom zal van Londen naar New York vliegen met een van de meest luxueuze vluchten die British Airways biedt.
Just saying goodbye, it's never easy, is it? It's never easy.
Nu de Concorde met pensioen is, heeft deze A318 zijn callsign overgenomen. Speedbird 001. Dit toestel is maar half zo snel, maar het komt qua luxe heel dicht in de buurt van een privévliegtuig. Want het heeft slechts 32 stoelen aan boord. Een retourtje kost ruim 3000 pond. En Tom zal dan ook een stukje lam voorgeschoteld krijgen dat bijna net zo lekker is als de braadstukken van zijn moeder.
The sort of money these people are paying to just fly to New York, it's incredible. It's the sort of money I dream of. I went shopping with my parents before I come, and I spent about £500 or so, and that emptied my bank balance pretty much.
Er landen jaarlijks zo'n 25 miljoen passagiers op JFK. En de meest recent aangekomen passagier gaat zo zijn nieuwe baas ontmoeten.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Welcome.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you, Tom. Very well, thank you. When the customers come in, the lounges are right here with the exception of the Concorde room will go up.
Ellen gaat Tom de fijne kneepjes van het vak bijbrengen en hem leren hoe je een luchthaven moet runnen.
Good morning, konnichiwa. Morning, ladies. Good morning, how are you?
Net buiten Londen, in het Waterside-gebouw, is het hoofdkantoor van British Airways gevestigd. De baas van het bedrijf, Willie Walsh, heeft een bespreking met een aantal Chinese bankiers.
Once the signing is done, I was going to hand the aircraft model to Mr. Walsh.
Walsh heeft uitbreidingsplannen en daarom is het zijn missie om de banden met China aan te halen.
It's critical for British Airways. China's the second biggest economy in the world. I think in terms of opportunity, it's limitless, to be honest with you.
1, 2...
BA loopt achter op de concurrentie. Daarom is het van groot belang om Chengdu als vliegbestemming binnen te halen.
We're not as big in China as we should be. So getting this right for British Airways is very important.
Aangezien er heel veel op het spel staat, is British Airways er veel aan gelegen om een goede indruk te maken.
Pull forward. You also got to go down.
Daarom wordt de Boeing 777, die de eerste vlucht naar Chengdu moet gaan maken, in een hangar op Heathrow in een nieuw jasje gestoken.
So this place is called Chengdu, isn't it? Chengdu.
Chengdu.
Is it Chengdu or Chengdu?
Chengdu.
Het toestel dat naar China vliegt wordt beschilderd met een panda, want dat is de officiële mascotte van Chengdu. Over slechts 2 weken vliegt BA al op Chengdu, dus Wyman begint de druk te voelen.
You don't want to be scary to your team, but sometimes you have to be. I think every manager has to have a bit of scary streak around him to get things moving.
Voor een luchthavenmanager is omgaan met stress dagelijkse kost.
Sometimes I have sleepless nights trying to cover all the angles. It's part of my character as well. To show responsibility, it's all part of the job. And I wouldn't be doing my job correctly if I'd say I don't care.
In New York probeert luchthavenmanager in de opleiding Tom om goed voor de dag te komen.
Well, having seen Alan's dress sense, I've got a lot to live up to, so I'm trying my best here. He's a very dapper looking guy and dresses very smartly, so I'm trying my best. But this is always a challenge to get the tie right. No. Take 2.
Er zijn grotere problemen dan Toms stropdas. JFK heeft te maken met een strenge winter en dat betekent dat het geen rustig werkdagje zal worden.
What I like to do is just keep updated with the National Weather Service and see what they're forecasting. As we go into the evening, rain and sleet before 10, blustery, 22-mile-an-hour winds, another 3 to 5 inches of snow. This is quite severe. We need to make sure that we're able to bring our aircraft in safely, offload bags, cargo, the customers safely, and we have done some tactical delaying of services and some tactical cancellations.
Er zijn vertragingen en er worden vluchten geannuleerd en dat betekent dat veel passagiers hulp nodig zullen hebben. Nu moet hij bewijzen dat hij in staat is om de leiding te nemen.
Thanks, Robin. Copy.
On a challenging day like today, it is critical for Tom to engage the experts. Your success is based on engaging the people that have been through this numerous times before. When asking for their support, they will guide you, assist you, and help you succeed.
The only issues we may have is subject to gate space, weather, and what runways they're landing on. It may take an extra time coming out to the gate, so the departures might be just a little later than we predict. Anything else? No? Tom?
Customers are going to come in a little bit anxious, a little bit worried to know whether their flights are going to depart or not. Just reassure them, share information with them, the big smiles, the big welcome, uniform standards, obviously, just make sure you're looking tip-top.
I love that expression. Tip-top. What movie is that from? Top. Love it.
It's always a challenge to get the respect of people that a lot of the times double my age, and I'm managing people that are my mum and dad's age.
No, thank you for doing that. You're doing a good job. Do you mind just letting people know about the duty-free?
Which can be challenging at times to get that respect. Everyone that works here, all the staff, they've been through thick and thin.
Oh, really? No, I didn't hear. Well...
One area I need to improve on that is toughening up a little bit. I probably sometimes am too nice.
You are going to have to be tough here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're going to have to be resilient. There are going to be times when you're going to have to take a probably tougher stance than you are comfortable with, or that's natural to, to the way that you deal and interact with people.
Terwijl Alan Tom probeert te leren wat assertiever te worden, is de sfeer in het opleidingscentrum in Waterside prima. Trainer Nadine laat haar pupillen kennismaken met de wijnkaart. Wijn is het geheime wapen dat de luchtvaartmaatschappij gebruikt om haar klanten een gevoel van luxe en kwaliteit te bezorgen.
So our session this afternoon is our premium service wine masterclass. It can be overwhelming for some of our delegates. They may not have had that much experience tasting wine, and perhaps it's not a drink of their choice.
Alle zintuigen worden op de proef gesteld als de trainees proberen de verschillen tussen de wijnen te ontdekken.
Look at the colour. Tell me, what colour do you think this is? So that should already start to narrow down what great variety you think it is.
Alice haalt haar neus niet op voor een glaasje wijn.
Cherry. The more you smell it, the flavours change.
Maar de 20-jarige Jodie vindt de wijnetiketten maar verwarrend.
Is that the proper way to taste wine, by making that sound?
Jodie, there is no proper taste. It's however
you and
feel
Leslie both did it.
So, hedge your bets, ladies and gents. What do we think?
New World.
You think it's a Merlot?
That's the Sauvignon, I think. But it's quite sharp.
That it is actually a New World Cabernet Sauvignon.
Your nose is right. Must have been the conflicting.
De avondspits is op JFK in volle gang en de sneeuw zorgt voor grote problemen.
Do you need a hand, or you okay? Have a nice flight.
Tom moet ervoor zien te zorgen dat alles in beweging blijft en dat er geen chaos ontstaat.
Yeah, John, how come it says boarding on there? Does it always do that?
Ondanks de bijtende kou
Oh, right, okay.
zet het grondpersoneel alles op alles om verdere vertragingen te voorkomen, zodat Tom niet nog meer boze klanten krijgt.
Weather conditions determine how long a plane can sit after it's been de-iced and anti-iced and still be safe to leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can use all gates of fast track. Anyone for fast track business first? Are you? Yeah, absolutely, sir. Have a nice flight, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Just to confirm that I've inspected your aircraft after de-icing and everything is satisfactory.
De problemen met sneeuw mogen voor Tom dan nieuw zijn. Voor de New Yorkers hoort het er gewoon bij.
We get, 6 or 7 inches of snow. Nobody blinks an eye, It's just everybody keeps going. Heathrow, everything kind of grinds down to a stop.
Wat de weersomstandigheden buiten ook mogen zijn, geen enkel incident, klein of groot, ontgaat Alan.
Miguel, this is Alan. I'm at the entrance for the duty-free shop, just at the top of the escalators, and somebody's spilled potato chips on the floor. Thank you so much. It comes all the way out. JCM will be coming as well. Okay. So if you can get the worst, that'd be really appreciated. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening.
Later op de avond doet Tom een beroep op de ervaring van luchthavenveteraan Linda Strang.
Do you mind just doing a quick announcement for the 182 just to keep people up to date?
Oh,
on
I said
times?
midnight. Is that the most up to date?
Yeah.
Okay,
If
so I'll
you-
do another one.
Yeah, if you could, with regards to connections in London, you know the job.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize, but due to late arrival of the inbound aircraft, our new departure time is approximately midnight. The aircraft is here. 18 years in reservation sitting killed my back. 10.5 years out here has done my legs and my feet in. And the whole 28.5 years together has done my head in. There'll be nothing left. They'll just toss me out when it's all over. But I feel like the time has been well spent. I enjoy it. I like my job. I like what I do. I like dealing with people. And I think that's the challenge here when you're very time constricted and you've only got them there for, 10, 15 seconds. Luckily, I talk fast. And you have a little bit of a play with them, a little bit of give and take. The ones that don't want to, you just let them go. But most people really, they want to be dealt with as an individual.
That's lovely.
In Terminal 5 op Heathrow zijn de eerste passagiers die rechtstreeks van Londen naar Chengdu zullen vliegen aan het
Hello,
inchecken.
sir. How are you today? Good, thank you. Good. That's lovely. Thank you very much, Mr. Brown. Just take yourself down the escalator. Do take a look at the front of the aircraft, sir, because it has a panda's face. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you.
Ook Willie Walsh, de grote baas van British Airways, vliegt mee.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So I'm off to Chengdu.
Oh, lovely.
Zijn aanwezigheid geeft de gebeurtenis nog wat extra cachet.
Excited about this?
Yeah, it should be good, sure.
Bye-bye.
De Chinese markt zou British Airways miljoenen kunnen opleveren. Daarom is het van groot belang dat alles soepel verloopt. De vlucht tussen Londen en Chengdu is 8047 kilometer lang, duurt 11 uur en zal 3 keer per week worden uitgevoerd. Zoals wel vaker gebeurt ligt Chengdu vandaag onder een dikke laag smog. Maar er wordt al vol verwachting uitgekeken naar het Panda-vliegtuig uit Engeland.
This is the inaugural flight's parking bay. We've been assigned 104. There's only 2 parking bays at this airport that can accommodate wide-bodied aircraft, and this is one of them.
Wyman en zijn assistent Benny zetten alles op alles om ervoor te zorgen dat de welkomstceremonie perfect zal verlopen. In het vliegtuig wordt hun baas Billy vergezeld door een groep journalisten.
佢而家個 media pad 係 confirm 緊㗎。而家 confirm 兩邊嗰度同埋嗰度，因為嗰度咧就做嗰個 water through，然後跟住咧佢哋話咧就係想控制啲人，唔想控制啲人咧喺嗰度跑咁過嚟，因為好亂㗎嘛，你又有車，係啦，就 safety 就有個 safety implication 喺度咯。
Op de rode loper staan de ambassadeurs van BA al in vol ornaat en met een brede glimlach klaar. En uiteraard krijgen ze gezelschap van een paar panda's.
So 1 panda, 2 panda, 2 panda, 1.
It's better to have the pandas there at the
Yeah,
end.
but the problem is we've got 2. Is it 1 panda, 2 panda, 2 panda, 1? It would work better with 1 on either end.
Het vliegtuig zal 2 uur na de landing alweer naar Londen moeten vertrekken. Met aan boord een lading toeristen uit Chengdu. Maar Wyman heeft een probleem. Door een haperende internetsite kan er niet worden ingecheckt.
Currently the systems are down. We're trying to resolve it. We may need to call London. We can't get access to our check-in system. Obviously it's not a good time to have your systems outage when the flight's 2 hours away.
Zijn baas staat op het punt om te arriveren, dus dit is wel het laatste waar Wyman op zit te wachten. De cabinemedewerkers in opleiding hebben vandaag 3 dagen voor het einde van hun opleiding een klantenservice-examen.
My hat and waistcoat in the car. Your hat and waistcoat are in the car. Okay, can you go and get them?
Vandaag moeten ze laten zien wat ze de afgelopen weken allemaal hebben geleerd op het gebied van eten en drinken.
Guys, literally just go back to the galley every time and just cross it off and then say, is everyone happy? Right, what are we doing next?
Cursusleider Cy Jones zal het examen afnemen.
The group with Alice, Sophie and Nikita are just about to go in and do a Club Europe service for us.
So John is your child.
You've ordered a child meal. It's not being catered, so you're not happy about this.
The rest of the group are acting as customers for them.
And then we've got a nervous flyer. Amy, you're going to be nervous.
And throw a few snags in there, and again, it's just to see, have they got what it takes to be British Airways cabin crew? Do they understand Club Europe service? How do they talk to our customers? Are they using premium language? Are they presenting our drinks in an appropriate way?
Crikey, what is that?
That's a Chardonnay.
This is really about, have they listened for the last couple of weeks and taken on board everything we've said?
Hello there. Welcome on board today. Follow the aisle down there, take a left and you're on the road there on the left.
Een van de teamleden speelt de rol van een blinde passagier.
Hi there, Mrs. Taylor. It's Alice and Sophie here. Can we offer you anything to drink today?
Yes, please. I would love to have a Diet Coke.
Okay. I'm just going to put the Coke to the 2 o'clock position there, okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Er staat veel op het spel en dat maakt Alice nerveus.
Honestly, we thought it was a disaster. So we are slightly anxious now as to what is coming next and what the outcome will be.
In een andere ruimte beoordelen de cursusleiders haar prestaties.
In the cabin, she had a perfect premium language, I thought. Yeah. I thought she was really good with the customers.
What I would like Alice to work on is some of her terminology. She said to the customer, would you like a Diet Coke or a full fat Coke?
Oops.
So where I see Alice, I would probably put down as developing. Not for the way she looks, but again for the terminology she's using in the cabin.
Alice is voor het examen geslaagd.
Yes, we are.
Maar Jodie moet op gesprek komen.
Jodie was asked on 4 occasions to reapply lipstick. So if a customer had seen Jodie looking the way she was presenting herself, it doesn't come across as if she's taking care in her appearance. And if she's not taking care in her appearance, which is just a basic standard, then where are we going to be when we're on board the aircraft?
I've been trying so hard. So hard. If the instruction was clear, I would have put it on before I left the classroom.
It's not so much about the uniform, it's more looking at the bigger picture of things. Is Jodie ready to go online yet? Is she ready to be actually with our customers?
It's over. 3 days to go. 3 days.
We do pride ourselves on our standards, and we know our customers come to expect a lot from us at British Airways. So we don't want to come across as being harsh. We don't want to come across as being strict. We just want to maintain those standards that we come to expect from all of our colleagues. Unfortunately, on this occasion, Jodie hasn't met the criteria required for British Airways cabin crew. Almost there, but just not quite. All right, look after yourself. All right.
5,5 week nadat ze aan de opleiding is begonnen, moet Jodie vertrekken. Ze keert niet eens meer terug naar het klaslokaal. Helaas zullen haar dromen voorlopig nog niet uitkomen. Op JFK is een nieuwe morgen aangebroken en tot Alan's grote opluchting sneeuwt het niet.
Thanks a lot, Anita. I'll see you soon. See you at noon. Bye. We expect to be able to operate all of our services this evening and hopefully on schedule.
British Airways 114 is paging the following...
Nu Tom zichzelf heeft bewezen, mag hij vanavond alleen de terminal runnen.
Cancun.
Oh, fine. I am indeed. How's it going?
Yeah, great. Just had the 6 o'clock and now we're just going to go through round check-in, premium area. Just check on that and then go through to the 112.
Okay, and the 112 we've got a passenger offload?
Yeah.
It seems to have gone through pretty well, actually.
Yeah, it's running smoothly, which is,
okay.
Hopefully it stays that way.
It will. Trust me, it will. You've got Linda here, you've got everybody else here.
Exactly, yeah.
Call me if you need anything.
Yeah, I will do.
Okay, have a good night.
Yeah,
take care.
Thanks. Bye, Alan. Oh, would anyone in Fast Track, would you like to come through? We're just going to bring Fast Track through, all right? Sorry about the wait. If you're travelling in World Traveller, it's this queue, okay? Alan's very knowledgeable. He's been in the job a long time, always looked the part. One thing he's definitely taught me is you set down the rules from the start and you set down what your expectations are from staff. So at the end of the day, they know where the line is and they know not to cross the line. and they know that I'm passionate about customer service, and Alan is passionate about customer service, so we share that. I try anyway. I'm not as dapper as Alan. I always say that, but I give it a go.
Doordat er de vorige avond vluchten zijn geannuleerd, zijn er vanavond meer passagiers dan verwacht.
Originally we were, but then we were.
Good.
Tom moet aan een aantal klanten meedelen dat de stoelen die ze hebben gereserveerd niet beschikbaar zijn.
Unfortunately, because the loads are busy in the class that you were in, what they have to do is sometimes downgrade people. I'm sure that's already been explained to you. If I were you, there's snow forecast in the next hour or so.
So it could disrupt more things.
I'd take that option.
The really annoying thing is that my best friend was the skipper on the flight.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Thank you very much.
A lot of the passengers are stressed. There's all the time constraints. You're just dealing with so much, and often you have to deal with it very quickly. Maybe there are people out there that want easy jobs that they can coast through. I never did. I don't have kids. I don't want kids. This is my baby.
Okay, I've got a gentleman here.
Yes.
Who says that he was promised a seat in our traveller class.
Okay. Ooh, that is unlucky.
Yeah.
Not ideal. Is it this gentleman here?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'll do. Hi, sir, how you doing? Very sorry for the inconvenience. We'll make sure we're looked after, okay? Cheers.
Het omgaan met klanten kan veel stress geven, maar Tom lijkt er al aardig aan te wennen.
Good job, Joe Davy. 8 p.m. to bag room. Just wanted to say good job on the 172 getting those bags on. Thanks for that. But all in all, that was very smooth. Boarding team did a great job. As always, they're smiling, welcoming customers, which is what we want. And the customers look pleased. So at the end of the day, it was a good job done. I can't do it.
Inmiddels is het Panda-vliegtuig in Chengdu gearriveerd. Het opzetten van de nieuwe vliegroute heeft 10 maanden geduurd en er hebben ruim 100 mensen aan gewerkt. Voor Willy is dit een kans om een grootse entree in China te maken. Maar terwijl zijn baas voor de camera's poseert, is Wyman alweer druk bezig met de terugreis van het toestel. De horde journalisten is vertrokken en de inchecksite is weer in de lucht. Dus zijn team kan het toestel vertrek klaarmaken.
Cleaners are on, catering's coming on now, and this is where the real work starts. It's just a sense of relief to see the aircraft land, Willie come off, and he looked happy, so, you know, if he's happy, we're all happy.
You look about 10 years younger than you did about half an hour ago.
Yeah, things build up, you see, and there's the climax and there's the anticlimax.
Maar het feestje is nog niet afgelopen.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for joining us tonight.
Er wordt een gala-diner gehouden om de hoge functionarissen van Chengdu gunstig te stemmen. En uiteraard gaat dat gepaard met elk denkbaar Brits cliché.
I think when you look at BA, Britishness is a very important part of its DNA. We are a British company. We espouse British traditions, promote Britishness.
And, you know, the Chinese people are loving it.
I've never seen a Chinese person blow a bat, so you always learn something new each day.
Yeah.
Helaas voor Wyman is het eten het enige dat niet Brits is.
I was hoping for a bit of Western. I've had too much Sichuan food these 2 weeks.
What were you wanting? Fish and chips?
Yeah, pie and chips. Yeah.
Not KFC.
In het BA-hoofdkantoor hebben de overgebleven trainees iets te vieren.
Welcome to British Airways Mixed Fleet cabin crew, and congratulations for completing your 6 weeks initial training.
You ready? Look at the cameras.
This whole course has been quite a challenge for me. Just with everything else, it honestly really has been such an achievement. I'm laughing and crying at the same time.
Maar dat wil nog niet zeggen dat de druk van de ketel is.
There's so many people that want this job. There's so many people that this is their, their dream. So I don't think I'll be looking over my shoulder, but I certainly won't be like I was at other airlines. Can't be bothered putting my donut in, so it'll be a ponytail today. It's not going to happen.
I'm just so relieved. There are times on the course where you think, are we ever going to get to the end? Can't believe it's all done. So yeah, it's just looking forward to the future now.
I have a triangular bandage.
2 dagen later is de droom van vliegtuigspotter Alice uitgekomen.
Thank you very much. There you go. Morning. Lovely. Thank you.
Op haar eerste werkdag als stewardess bij British Airways vliegt ze naar Wenen. Op Heathrow gaat het landen en opstijgen van vliegtuigen gestaag door. Er is zojuist een vliegtuiglading toeristen uit Chengdu in Terminal 5 gearriveerd. En dat is te danken aan Wyman's enorme inzet.
A lot of challenges along the way, but we've managed to overcome those challenges, and we've come out quite very well, I would say. And we're schooled in the school of hard knocks.
车站那个地方有没有？哪一个火车站？国王十字火车站，你哈利波特那个是不是？你们没有去？没有。没有去。那个，如果想去的话，可能要放弃这个哈罗德百货公司。
I think that every business needs to be flexible enough to change, to remain competitive, to remain profitable. And if that means switching your focus from one city to the next, one area to the next, I think you have to be nimble.
英国人呢，事实上酒吧是跟他们生活的一部分。酒吧呢，在古时候他们叫做 pub。
And Chengdu is the start of a new era for British Airways. 10 years from now, I'll be very disappointed if BA, hasn't opened at least another 4 or 5, maybe even 6 cities in China.
De toeristen uit Chengdu gaan even een hapje eten in het Londense Chinatown. De economische toekomst van British Airways en Groot-Brittannië zal voor een groot deel afhangen van de mate waarin de Chinezen vallen voor de Britse charmes.
有一本世界最薄的一本书，这本书呢就是英国的餐牌，英国食品的餐牌是世界最薄的，因为它里面没有什么东西吃。
In de volgende aflevering. Het opereren vanuit 's werelds drukste luchthaven brengt heel wat moeilijkheden met zich mee.
Actually, sir, it's not all right because the flight's closed for check-in.
Apparently there's a firearm inside this bag.
Een verrassend voorwerp in de bagage zorgt voor grote problemen.
All the delays cost the company money.
En we zien hoe de vliegmaatschappij voor het eerst sinds 10 jaar weer nieuwe piloten opleidt.
To fall at the last hurdle would be a nightmare, and it would be sort of career over.
Aflevering gemist? Ga naar rtlxl.nl.